Good by Roger Hardress. Mr. Good. Mr. Good is very good. He always makes his bed. He always cleans his teeth. He always wipes his feet and never slams doors. And he never forgets birthdays. And he never ever tells lies. Mr. Good is very, very good. However, Mr. Good lives in a place called Badland, a place where nobody is like Mr. Good, a place where people do slam doors. They slam them in your face. In Badland, the puddles are much deeper than they look. In Badland, a dog's bite is worse than its bark. In Badland, even the trees are bad. One day, it was wet and windy. Well, of course it was. The weather is always bad in Badland. Mr. Good was walking along in middle of his own business when the hat of the man in front blew off. Mr. Good leaped in the air and got it from him. The man turned around and growled at Mr. Good. "What do you think you're doing?" he thundered. "Give me back my hat." Poor Mr. Good, this sort of thing was always happening to him. You see, the very good idea of doing a good deed in battle was particularly unthinkable, mad. Mr. Good, often to help carry shopping, he was accused of stealing. If he kindly held the door open for someone, then he would be kicked in the shin. Not surprising, Mr. Good was not very happy. In fact, he was miserable. He decided to go for a long walk to think about things. He walked for a very long time. He was so deep in thought that he didn't notice how far he had gone. He walked so deep he accidentally walked slap bang into somebody. I'm sorry, he stammered. Mr. Good nervously. "That's quite all right," said the man, and carried on his way. "Quite all right," repeated Mr. Good to himself. "That's quite all right. That's quite all right." In the whole of his life, nobody had ever said, "That's quite all right" to Mr. Good. Then Mr. Good noticed that the sun was shining, which was strange because the sun never shone in Badland. Further on, Mr. Good found dustbin on its side without thinking. He tidied up all the rubbish. "Thank you," said the woman. Mr. Good stared at her. In the whole life of his life, nobody had ever said thank you to him. Could you tell me where I am? He asked. You're in Good Land, replied the woman. Thank you, said Mr. Good. My pleasure, said the woman. Mr. Good beamed. And I am sure you have guessed that now, Mr. Good now lives in Good Land. And Mr. Good is happy, very, very happy, doing good deeds all day long. The only thing Mr. Good still not trust or puddles. Once you've stepped in the balanced puddle, you'll never forget. The end. One like this, well, please subscribe and thumbs up.